We had recently spoken about how Magda was no longer following Joey on her page, okay? Because Joey obviously, is the person that she was on the show with, and Joey is no longer on her page because this is how he spells his name. But also on top of that, we also spoke about how Magda herself in particular was no longer on Joey's page as well, and now my browser has frozen. What is going on here? And we are back. And then also on top of that, how Magda herself in particular was no longer on Joey's follow list. Okay, so obviously this is something we spoke before, and because we spoke about it before, we speculated that these two must not be together anymore, given to the fact that neither one of them were either following each other. The only difference between their pages is that Joey still had images of him and Magda obviously on his page, but with Magda herself in particular, there was no sign of her whatsoever, or should I say there was no sign of Joey on her page in any shape or form, because obviously she had deleted every single image that they had together. I mean, it is quite weird that Joey does not want to, or has not, shall I say, delete any images of Magda on his page, but clearly she has. But nonetheless, though, we have now been given our confirmation that the relationship is now actually over, and it's actually been over longer than we thought. So as we actually go on to this profile, okay, never mind. I'll do it this way instead. Here we are. You will now see there's now a screenshot here of a message from Magda confirming that we are not together 2 months already. So these two have actually been split for 2 months. That is actually quite crazy. It says here that I find it interesting that Joey still has pics of them together in his social media. What do you think? I mean, listen, to be honest with you, I reckon there's a chance, and it's weird because even though Joey still has images of Magda on his page, I feel like if one was to break up with the other, I'd feel like it'd be more likely to be Joey than it would be Magda, only because she came across so much more dedicated to the relationship and really wanted to work. Meanwhile, he was always a bit reluctant. But also at the same time, she did also come with pressures of wanting to know who his friends were, who he had slept with, and she was really trying to push the envelope of trying to not necessarily control who was going to be his life, but she definitely made her needs known, which is fine, which is respectable. But also Joey at the same time did lie to on a few occasions as well. But also on top of that, because Joey is so close to his family and so close to his friends, I think it was always important for him to find somebody who was going to be close to his friends, you see what I'm saying, okay, as well as his family. And I think obviously with Magda, I think there was, there were certain things that the friends themselves in particular questioned regarding their relationship. And I feel like maybe Joey is somebody that probably picked his friends over pursuing a relationship with Magda moving forward, because it definitely felt like as if his friend wasn't 100% convinced that she was the one for him because of who he is and what they know of him, which does make a lot of sense. But either way, that their relationship has now come to an end, and I guess we'll never be seeing these two again on 90 Day Fiancé unless one of them returns for the single life, which would of course be Joey rather than Magda, because I can imagine Magda is obviously now either back or still is in Poland. You know what I mean? But hey, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you surprised that their relationship is done, or was you expect them to actually last for the long run? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.